Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? Today's topic is active passive voice, which is included in Grade IX Federal Board course, and it is also included in Grade VII and VIII grammar course. Now, as we have done present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous, now we'll do the active passive voice of the same tense. First of all, we will look at what is active voice, what is passive voice, and what are the rules to change active into passive voice. Active voice, a verb is in its active voice when its doer or subject does something to its object. For example, he writes a letter. Now see, a verb is in its active voice. What is active voice? Active voice is when subject does something to its object. Now look at the sentence. He writes a letter. He is a subject, writes is a verb, and letter is object. Now, what is subject doing? Subject is writing. What is writing? Writing a letter. Now, subject does something to its object. It is called active voice. He writes a letter. He is a subject, writes is a verb, object is a letter. Now, what is he doing? He is writing. What is he writing? Writing a letter. He writes a letter. This is active voice. All the simple sentences are called active voice. Now, what is passive voice? A verb is in its passive voice when its object is shown as something has done on it. Now, what is passive voice? Passive voice is when the subject is shown that something has done on it. For example, a letter is written by him. What has been done? A letter is written. What is written? Letter. Letter is object. What is done with the letter? Letter is written. Written by whom? By him. Now subject did what? Subject wrote a letter. Now letter becomes object, verb and subject. Now this a letter is written by him. It shows that something has been done to letter. That letter is written. A sentence which shows something has when a subject does something to its object is called active voice. When its subject is shown as being acted upon or has something done on it is called passive voice. How to change an active into passive voice? Here are the following rules to change an active into passive voice. You have to learn these rules on your fingertips as these are written according to in chronological order. First one is change order or arrangement of sentence. Bring object in the beginning and subject in place of object. Very first rule to change active into passive voice is that first of all what we have to do, we have to change the order or arrangement of the sentence. For example, she likes apples. She is a subject, likes is a verb, and apples is object. Now this is simple sentence which is in proper order. Now when we change active into passive voice, we would do apples are liked by her. We replace object with subject and subject with object. Apples is object. We bring up apples in the beginning. She is subject. We put she at the end of the sentence. So first one rule is to change order or arrangement of the sentence. Bring object in the beginning and subject in place of object. Subject is placed in place of object. Number 2, third form of verb is always used. In active passive voice, we always use third form of verb. Use necessary helping verbs after object according to the tense. Now we have to use helping verbs according to tense. With present helping verbs, with past helping verbs, with future helping verbs. When helping verbs are is, are, am, was, shall, will, has, have, had. For example, apples. She likes apple. This is present tense, so apples are liked by her. So after the object we placed helping verbs according to the tense. Add by before subject. Now we change the order arrangement. When we bring object subject at the end, before the verb we will use, or before the subject we will use, after the verb and before the subject we use by in every sentence. Before subject we use by. For example, apples are liked by her. Number 5, intransitive verbs cannot be changed into passive voice. For example, the sun shines brightly. Now what are intransitive verbs? Intransitive verbs are verbs where there is not proper or clear object. The sun shines brightly. The sun is subject, shine is verb, brightly is adjective. It's not object. A sentence which will not contain a proper object, it will not be changed into passive voice. Passive voice में बदलने के लिए एक सेंटेंस में सब्जेक्ट, वर्ब और ऑब्जेक्ट होना लाजमी है, ठीक है. So intransitive verbs are transitive verbs are words containing subject, verb and object, and intransitive verbs are where object is not clearly mentioned. So intransitive verbs cannot be changed into passive voice. There are lots of many other sentences which are intransitive and it cannot be changed into passive voice. Now see change in persons. First person I will be changed into me. In passive voice we will change the persons like this. First person I will be changed into me. We will be changed into us. Second person you will remain you. Third person he will be changed to him, she, her, they, them. Who is not included in person but is question statement, so who will be changed into by whom. Nouns will remain the nouns. Noun is a name of person, place or thing, so name of a person, place or thing will remain the same. Like here the object was apples so we didn't change the name because this is noun, so nouns will remain the same. Apples are liked by her. She is changed into her but apples remains the apples because this is noun. So your homework is revise present indefinite tense and learn above mentioned rules on your fingertips along with definition of active passive voice. You have to learn the definition, what is active voice, what is passive voice, what are the rules to change an active into passive voice, how we change persons and you have to revise present indefinite tense along with the rules because our next day topic will be how we will change present indefinite and present continuous into passive voice tense. ठीक है. If you will resume the video, you will be able to listen it more clearly. It is very easy. What is active voice? Let's revise it. A verb is in its active voice when its subject does something to its object. He writes a letter. जब subject कोई काम करता है that is called active voice. जब object पे कोई काम किया जाता है that is called passive voice. And here are few rules to change active into passive voice. इतना ही आज के लिए काफ़ी है. हम कल करेंगे प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट और प्रेजेंट कॉन्टीन्यूस को कैसे एक्टिव पैसिव वॉइस में चेंज करते हैं. ये जनरल रूल है और अकॉर्डिंग टू टेंस हम अलग अलग करेंगे. ठीक है. टेक केयर. अल्लाह हाफिज़.